Okay, here we go.
Wonderful. Hello and welcome to the Figment Collective. So glad to have you here tonight with us for this wonderful episode 4 of our Spelljammer campaign, The Light of Xaryxis. I'm going to introduce myself first tonight because I always go last. Hi, my name's Avery. I will be the DM and playing everyone who's not a player character. Glad you're here. Starshard Stories, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Starshard Stories. This is Tiny Bean. I will be playing Vega Brightsails, our lovely
And
astral
flexible.
elf. Yes, very flexible, swashbuckler rogue who's very angry right now.
Yes. Yes. And that is Lil Bean as opposed to Big Bean.
That's Tiny Bean, Lil Bean.
This is Tiny Bean.
Wonderful. Milo, would you care to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Milo. I am playing Silverdella, a celestial tiefling paladin, who is also currently angry.
We just a bunch of mad boys. And that's okay.
I got knocked prone.
Just all the mad lads doing their thing. Wonderful. Az, would you care to introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Az. I'm playing Podget Lone, the auto-gnome wizard, who just wanted to know what was behind the door. They just need to know. And now we know, and now it's bad. Everything's fine, though.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Wonderful.
It's not great. It's fine. Podget doesn't have a brain.
3, LC, would you care to introduce yourself?
Let's see. I am Xeno Skycaller, aka Solare, as his code name is, or their code name, I should say. I am a changeling, and a bard. I'm a changeling bard tonight, so I'm going to be singing, dancing, performing, and doing a lot of Fae-related stuff tonight.
What are you on the other nights?
That'll cost you $129.99.
There you go. There you go. Wonderful. So, to recap our last session, the crew of the Moon Dancer, after traveling across the foggy depths of the astral sea, have come across a pocket of wild space, and in that pocket of wild space they found a derelict ship. In fact, it was a derelict Nautilus ship, the ships that are made by the Mind Flayers. The intrepid adventurers were sent aboard to see if there was anything of salvage, where Vega recognized a wounded survivor by the name of Benotto, who was companions at some point with Vega's parents. It was only after getting into the bowels of the ship that Benotto revealed his true form, and he and 4 other Surlons attacked the party. Party had their ups and downs in that fight, but managed to come out victorious, and as they began to search the rest of the ship, Podget came across a chain-shut door where one Jasper Graves spoke to him from inside. Podget gathered the rest of the party where they opened that door and let loose a horribly terrifying, fleshy crustacean brain monster. That's a sentence that you only get to say in D&D. You hope. And as he came out, I believe his exact wording was, "I'm really sorry about this, guys, but I'm gonna have to eat your brains." And with that, as it is barreled forth, knocking several of you prone, I need everyone assembled to roll initiative.
Oh, shoot.
Avengers assemble.
I got a 12.
I got 6, 7, 8, 9. I got a 9. Jeez.
I got a dirty 20.
Ooh.
17.
Nice.
Alright, so the initiative order for this combat is going to be Podget, Silver, Vega, Jasper, and then Xeno. So, Podget Lone, what's the plan?
Is everybody out of the way?
That's a very good question.
Yeah.
Define out of the way.
I know everybody got knocked back for the most part.
Right.
Zeno didn't. He was behind everybody.
Yeah, okay. I'm just seeing who's between Podget and Jasper.
Silver.
This is, just to refresh my memory, this is in front of the brig. This was down in a brig.
This is in front of the mess hall.
It was from the mess hall. Okay, got you. So this was opened up from the mess hall coming out into a hallway, correct?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
Just getting the layout in my head.
It's less of a hallway and more of the dining room that you're in.
Okay.
And they had Jasper locked in the kitchen. Which I don't think I want to know what the kitchen looks like on a Mind Flayer ship.
Gotcha.
No.
So he was
But
locked
we
in the
know.
galley. Okay, got it. All right. So we got flown back into the eating area, and with the exception of Zeno. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But you have Adela between you and what Podget is trying to do.
Yeah.
What's
So,
Podget thinking?
Podget's thinking that if this creature wants brains, there's fresh brains right upstairs. That, you know, there's enough to cover for what we have for our little crew. But Podget's also very uncharismatic. So, would talking take up an action?
I don't believe it does, but
Are you going to attempt to make like a persuasion roll with it?
Uh-huh.
Then yeah, it would take an action.
Okay, alright.
oh, okay.
So Podget gonna attempt to negotiate with Jasper. It's probably not gonna go well. Podget's not very charismatic, but
It's a
I don't have a brain. However, we have brains upstairs. Much better plan.
much tastier.
There's how many brains are there? There was 5. 5 people we took out.
Mm-hmm.
5 creatures.
Sirloins.
5 sirloins. Yeah, there's 5 fresh brains upstairs. Much better than
Very
taking
very
us,
tasty.
because I don't have one.
I don't have one either.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Don't go crazy. That is 11.
Not bad.
So It looks towards you with its 4 immense red eyes, Podget. It says, "Well, normally that would be a very enticing offer that you've just offered me there, but I think I'd prefer the brains of your friends."
No.
"Are you sure you don't have a brain in there? We could open you up and find out."
No. I'm positive. It's not in the schematics.
Wonderful.
And I tried.
It was worth a shot.
But again,
Fair.
now we
If I
do
only had
the
a
thing.
brain.
I've got a soul. You want to see it?
It's a soul. It's a big
Luckily,
lump
this
of
thing's not a
nuts.
soul eater.
Big crystal with tendrils.
It's big
has
crystal
the
with
trauma.
tendrils. It's got the trauma. It's got the trauma. It's such a beautiful
Wonderful.
thing.
It's not.
It is. Podget's soul is beautiful, all right.
Yes, it is.
It's blue
On
and
the
shiny.
soul, the trauma's not.
It's okay. They don't remember it.
Is
Yeah.
there anything else that you want to do with your turn, Podget?
Yes.
Podget's gonna take and get between, with movement, get between Jasper and Silver. Since Silver's prone. Silver's crew.
Yep. Silver got laid out, unfortunately. Dang it.
And not in the way.
At least she said
Not in the way
out.
she- at least- and not in the way.
Not with this thing.
Not
No,
in the way
it's
they're
not
interested
pretty.
in doing. Yeah.
No.
They didn't get laid out in a spicy manner.
Ew.
Yeah, no, those claws don't seem pleasant. Anyway.
Oh.
Alright. That would make it Silver's turn.
Worst insult. All those brains and you still can't make me come. Just kidding.
What?
I'm sorry.
Last I checked,
That was
you
terrible.
know what? No.
Disclaimer.
Just
This
teasing.
is 18 plus stream.
Oh yeah, that's my job.
Then you drop.
You're not 18, then you're
And
called.
then yourself.
Seen it over. I was talking about
jeez.
anybody though. Could be me. I was referring
What
to
a way!
myself.
What a way to crack those. If you're not 18, then you're 12 can open. Way to go, 3LC. Silver, it is your turn.
Okay, I would like to stand up and use half my movement to get up.
Don't look
Yep.
at me like that, Mouse.
All right.
Mao.
I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on Xeno.
Thank you.
Plus 2 to your AC.
Got it.
And then I'm going to walk up next to Podget. And if Podget and I are kind of blocking the hallway with both our bodies, I don't know how big this space is. I can only imagine. But if we're by a doorway, I'm guessing that it's not super open.
There's the staircase behind you that you guys came down to get into this room.
Okay.
And
So-
between this deck and the next deck above you, it's about 40 feet.
Okay. Yeah, basically gonna get side by side with Podget and hold my shield up.
Gotcha.
That means you're not in the way anymore. Excellent.
Shield of Faith, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you kind of stepped in front. But Shield of Faith is also 10 minutes, but it's concentration.
Heard.
Gotcha.
That's my turn. Oh, wait,
Alright.
bonus action. I don't have one of those. That's it.
Action.
Really? You don't have anything you can kick
fuck, I
off with a
forgot.
bonus section? Okay.
Casting, I think Thundering Smite is a full round. Thunderous Smite, I don't think is a bonus. Oh, it is, because I cast it on my weapon.
Yep.
I'm going to cast Thunderous Smite as my bonus action on my blade.
Good call.
Heard. Alright. Shield of Faith. Thunderous Smite. Getting ready for the big smacks.
Scratch that. The reason I can't take that as a bonus action is because it is also concentration. I'm concentrating on Shield of Faith, not Thunderous Smite.
Gotcha.
That's why. So,
Gotcha.
Good
Cool.
call. Good catch.
Alright. That would make it Vega's turn.
Do.
Yeah. All right. I am gonna use half my movement speed to get up.
I am so picturing Vega like doing that really fancy backflip up, like
Pretty much.
you know.
It's the flexibility.
How
It's the
far is
flexibility.
it away from me?
About 10 feet.
All right. It needs to make a strength saving throw, please.
It needs to make a strength saving throw.
Yep. We're doing coiling grasp tattoo.
The grasp, it is a coiling. That's 11.
Cool. So as it is now grappled, and in order to get out of it, it needs to make a DC 14 strength, athletics, or dex.
Okay.
That will be 17 points of force damage.
17 points of force damage. Bam. Wonderful.
All right. And that will be everything because I cannot move too far or the tattoo's going to end.
Gotcha. Alright. So, are you moving at all, or are you staying right where you
I'm
are?
staying right where I'm at.
Wonderful. Okay. That makes it Jasper's turn. As his bulbous crustacean head turns to you, Vega. That was really clever! You must have a really nice brain. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Of course I do.
well, is she within 10 feet of Silver? Are you within 10 feet of Silver?
Yeah, I'm 10 feet away
Mm-hmm.
from the big boy.
If you're 10 feet away, you get a +6 to that.
Okay, that's fine. That's
No.
25.
Sorry. Yeah.
If it's a +6, it's 25.
It's a +4.
Oh,
It's so just,
either
yeah,
way,
plus
it's
23.
a 23. It's a 19 on the die.
Cool.
The one time I rolled well on a wisdom throw, y'all, it'll never happen again.
It's all good.
You take 4 points of psychic damage.
Ow.
As you feel the will of this creature trying to overpower you. Just that, like getting hit with a frying pan directly in the brain.
Rude. He could have taken me
Yeah.
out to dinner first. He can go fuck himself, okay?
Yes, he can. However, the next thing that he's gonna do.
Is that more of
That
like a direct
is-
psychic attack, or was it attempting to charm you or do something other mind influencing?
It was a psionic attack.
Psionic
Yeah.
attack. Got it.
Let's see. Xeno, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Okie dokes. Oh, this is not my best saving throw.
Mood.
15.
Ooh, 15. You resist. Wonderful. As
I have a plus
one
one
of
on
the
this.
brains on its back begins to glow in its little pocket bubble on its back, this sickly green. Xeno, you feel your muscles begin to lock up before you shrug it off. Wonderful.
Can't keep me down.
Wow, you really are exceptional. I'm glad you're here. Your brains are going to be excellent for my collection. That's going to make it Xeno's turn.
All right. I am going to drop a... I'm going to drop a Bardic Inspiration to... I'm going to drop a Bardic Inspiration to Silver. So you have a D8. Then I'm also going to activate my... Spend my action for my... Let's see. Yeah, that's not going to work here. No, that's not going to work here. I think I'm going to do the Enthralling Performance. And that is going to just affect... Or actually, you know what? No, I'm not going to do the Enthralling Performance because I'm going to do the Mantle of Inspiration. They're going to do the number of creatures that have 5 temporary hit points. So everyone's can get 5 temporary hit points as well.
Wonderful.
And
Back here being inspiring and shit.
And I'm going to, let's see, and where everybody is currently at, Vega just stood up, Silver just stood up. Podget, you are between Jasper and Silver still? Okay. And sounds like I'm currently behind Silver, so I'm going to stay there, actually. So that sounds like a good spot. So that will end my turn.
Wonderful. Podget!
How close is everybody to this creature? 10 feet?
You're 10 feet. Silver's about 10 feet. Vega's about 10 feet.
Alright. So if I get behind it by 10 feet, that puts everybody outside of the 20-foot radius. But it would give it an attack of opportunity?
Yes.
Sounds like it, yeah.
Fair. I don't have a brain, it's fine.
That would be a 22 to hit.
That does in fact hit. Yes.
12 points of piercing damage as you rush by and he bites into your metal form.
Ouch. Okay, alright, that's fine. Ah, my squishy little wizard. Okay, that is 2. Alright. And then Podget's gonna cast Fireball. Their little body's just gonna start to like reverberate and then
Boom.
boom.
Heard?
Yeah, it needs to make a dex saving throw.
Oh, buddy.
How's a 7?
A 7's not looking good because it would be a 14. So
Yeah.
I need some more D8.
So if you threw just a fire, he would save because it's only a half of a fireball unless the DC would be halved. But this is a fireball, unfortunately.
8d6. I'm
That's a
gonna round-
word. That's a word joke.
Do some math.
Click clack. Math rocks. Click clack.
So that's 18.
Is this the musical episode?
Probably.
Or
If I only had a brain.
yep.
That's 30 points of damage. Fire damage.
Good going.
30?
Mhm.
Ouch.
Yeah. And then, do I have a cantrip I can use? For my extra attack? I fucking love Blade Singer. It's great. Yeah, and then Podget is going
Go You cut out.
to. Sorry. I'm talking to myself as I plan the next attack because I get an extra attack with Blade Singer. It can be a cantrip. So yeah, that creepy skeletal blue hand that comes out of Podget with the dial-up tones just reaches out and grabs one of the brains. I'm gonna have to make a ranged spell attack.
That's pretty good.
Does a 19 hit?
Yeah.
Perfect.
He's a big boy. He's the size of a small elephant.
Oh,
Yeah,
jeez.
so grabbing one of the brains. How many? I'm gonna cast it at second level.
Go.
I feel like I keep every time we have a monster like this, I feel like I don't describe their size well enough. Like, this thing is truly the size of an adolescent elephant.
That makes sense, size-wise.
I hate it.
Is
You could always go with it's a little smaller or a little bigger than a Volkswagen Bug.
It is the size of an average draft horse.
That's 4 points of necrotic damage, and it can't regain hit points until the start of my next turn.
Sweet.
4 points
And
of
the creepy
necrotic.
skeletal blue electric hand just holds onto the brain.
Nice.
Brains.
With that
It's
dial-up
okay.
tone.
We call that the AOL chat room.
Yeah, that room gives me necrotic damage. I don't even know if it's a thing anymore, but dear God, flashbacks.
Speaking of dear gods, Silver, it's your turn.
There you go.
I'm going to attack it with my sword.
Witcher sword?
My sword.
Your S word?
My S word.
Is that what we're...
17, does that hit?
Yeah, boy.
I did not pull my damage dice out. I never expect to do this well. For math. 12 points of damage.
Gotcha.
And then my second attack is a 24 to hit.
Yeah, just rub it in. Yep.
For 15 points of damage. And that is my turn while I am focusing on the Shield of Faith for Z.
Wunderbar. There you go.
My turn. So I am going to step up 5 feet so I can be within attack range. Since there is an ally next to me, I can still get off sneak attack, though it's not an advantage.
Yes, it is, because he's grappled by your tattoo.
Shit, you are right. Either way I hit, because they were both 18 on the die, plus whatever I have.
Heard. Big mood.
I was like, yeah, I just hit.
Welcome to D&D Beyond Level 4. I don't even know what I have to hit anymore, but I know an 18 on the dice does the trick.
Okay. Uh, 26 points of damage for piercing.
Mm-hmm. At negative 12 hit points, how do you want to do this?
Oh, she's fed up. She is just like, I want to get off this damn ship. So she is going right for one of the nicer brains of it that she thinks is basically the one controlling it all, and just slicing that glass. Is it glass? On the top of its head?
Please forgive me for what I'm about to say.
It is not.
It is
not. It's fluid.
It is a gelatinous.
Oh, yeah. That's fine. We're cutting through all of that.
Fluid.
We're cutting all through that. She is just done. Just whack with the rapier all the way through.
Looks like a 70s gelatin casserole. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just with the brain in the middle.
I mean, Vega's already covered in blood. Now is going to be covered in this mess. She just needs a bath after this. This is basically what this is turning out to be.
Oh yeah, and this thing's blood on top, like the wounds that you've done to it. This thing's blood is thick and white.
I don't like it. Oh!
Like half frozen
Love
cream. Like
I hate that. Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
I appreciate it so much. We're getting off this fucking ship.
as Jasper wobbles. He says, I just needed your brains to get back home. Can't be that bad.
Well, you went home in one way, bud. Vegas sent you to whatever the equivalent of Davy Jones's locker is in space. What did we say it was?
I don't remember.
I don't know.
I don't know, but we had something.
We did have something.
So,
Put your name for space Davy Jones's locker in the chat.
yeah. We're going.
You guys can name space Davy Jones locker.
There you go.
Wonderful. With that, the Nay Thalagu meets its end.
Gross. So, I'm giving us like 5 minutes to take.
I would like to go explore.
There are only 2 decks that you guys have not been on at this point.
Yes.
There's one deck all the way at the bottom of the ship, the cell block. And then there is the captain's quarters all the way at the top of the ship.
All right, Podget, if we hear a voice through the door, what are we not going to do?
Promise it anything.
Good enough. Let's just go.
Fair. All right, so we check in Chapton's court.
If you want your chap checked, you're gonna have to have someone else do that.
The Chapin quarters.
Yeah, Vega,
So
they're gonna go to the
this is where the
quarters.
captain
I'm
kept his assless
Brick.
chaps. Okay.
We Chapin.
Alright.
Okay then.
So Vegas headed up to the captain's quarters.
Okay.
Brig.
Oh, you're headed to the brig. Heard.
I'll head to the captain's quarters with whoever would like to accompany, or if somebody wants to check the armory or whatever they have where the quartermaster probably keeps everything. There's that. Do you have a blanket? You have a blanket. Okay.
Yeah.
You're really hurt there, Solare, or how we say your name?
Solari.
Oh, yes, Solare. So you should probably have somebody go with you. I ain't saying, I'm just saying.
I did get healed up back to
A decent amount, but
almost full before we encountered Jasper. So I'm just a
really?
few. Yeah. I did.
Yeah,
Okay.
you put like 25 points
Oh,
of healing
that's
into it.
right. I did.
Mm-hmm.
That was my big cure wounds. Never mind.
Yep. So I'm doing
I
pretty
forgot
good as
how
far as
much
that.
it was.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I did get my ass knocked around quite a bit, but yeah, it's.
I want to go search the armory.
Okay.
Sure.
So Vega's going to the bridge. Silver's going to the armory.
Mm-hmm.
Podget and Solari.
Yeah. Podget's gonna
Captain's-
walk up to Solari
Captain's
and be
quarters,
like,
right? Go ahead.
up.
Yes. Okay, so Vega's brig, correct?
Yep.
Okay, Silver is armory, and Podget and I are checking out the captain's quarters. Okay,
Yeah.
let's do this.
And Podget is going to send. Nope, message. I have to see them. Never mind.
Wonderful. All right. So we will start with Vega,
All right.
since the brig is the closest to where you are. Vega, you head down into the brig, and there's a storage room on the one end of the brig deck, and there's the cell block at the other.
Okay. She's gonna make
The air down here is a little foul, a little musty. It is the very bottom of a very deep ship.
gross. She's gonna check the cell block first to make sure there is nobody there. How dark is it down here?
With those flickering arcane lights, when they flicker on, it's a little brighter than a candle.
Okay. I do have dark vision, but I'm gonna cast dancing lights.
Okay. As you approach the cell block, you see that the rotting corpse of a headless mind flayer lies amid the hacked-up corpses of 3 hulking creatures with blood-spattered white fur. The condition of these corpses suggests that something or someone has been eating them.
Can I surmise a guess with the white fur?
Roll me a nature check.
Sweet. Since it is a 16 and I have no additives.
Alright, that's an unadulterated 16. They're a rare race, at least in spacefaring terms. But you've met a few before. These white-furred creatures with these ursine heads and these massive bodies are referred to as quaggoths. They inhabit most prime material planes in the Underdark.
Mm-hmm.
They're just large, bear-like humanoids.
Okay. So it's a little weird that they're in space.
I mean, as weird as it is to have any terrestrial in space, like, it's all kind of dependent on how advanced their prime material plane is.
Mm-hmm. Is there any signs that it is still on this ship?
That what is still on the ship?
One of these creatures.
Give me an investigation check.
Sweet. That would be a nat 20.
As you're kind of looking around, and your eyes spy that the beheaded mind flayer is wearing a rather intricate breastplate beneath his robes.
Mm-hmm.
You hear from behind you.
You can see the shadow because of the little light she has. Oh no! She is just gonna slowly turn around. Hey, buddy! What
And
are you doing?
you see about an 8.5 foot tall, 700-pound Quaggoth with just blood all over the fur around his mouth.
I'm just trying to leave.
Robar sad.
Oh, you're sad. Why are you sad?
Robar ate his friends.
Oh. Was it because you were hungry and there was nothing else on here?
Robar had to hide down here from worm men.
Well, the worm men are dead.
Okay.
She's just keeping her hands up, so, like, not trying to be a threat at all.
Robar does not know what to do.
Do you want to get off the ship?
Yeah.
Okay. I will get you off the ship. I just got to check a couple things and then we'll head to the top of the deck.
Okay.
Okay. She's slowly gonna back up, go check what else this illithid has on him, and then check the storage rooms, and then head up with this, with the new friend, I guess.
So checking the illithid. Make me a medicine check first.
That will be a flat 12.
You're pretty... You've seen a lot of battle wounds in your time. What you haven't seen is a wound cut so cleanly as this. In fact, the reason the illithid corpse is so putrescent is because the cut was so clean that it didn't bleed.
That's sus. That's weird.
It would be if you hadn't been an astral seafarer for a very long time. And there is one thing that you know for certain creates this kind of wound. the Vorpal Sword of a Githyanki.
She is gonna get up, leave it alone.
During that inspection, though, you do see that the breastplate that this illithid is wearing is at least masterwork.
We're gonna take it.
The filigree on it is excellent. It's tailored to a more lithe form. It's elegant, even in its craft.
We are going to take it and put it in like the shoulder bag that she has.
And Robar looks over at you. Well, I carry bag for you.
Okay, she'll hand the bag over. There you go.
He puts it around his neck like a necklace.
Oh, my heart. All right, let's go check out the storage rooms and then we'll be done.
You don't want to go in there.
What's in there?
I've been hiding in there for a few days. It's a mess.
So there's nothing worth taking in there.
I ate the blankets first.
Okay, so let's just head back to the top of the deck.
Okay.
She'll lead him all the way up to the top deck.
Wonderful. As to you head up, Silver, you were going to the armory.
Yes.
As you step into the armory, you see that it is more or less been picked clean. However, you also find about a dozen headless illithid corpses in this room.
Ew.
Their armor and weaponry still in their hands.
Okay. We're taking it.
Okay. That would be 12 breastplates, 12 short swords, it's gonna be you're gonna have to take some time getting it out to the observation deck to be lifted up on the winch.
Yeah. I figured it's gonna be a couple back and forth trips because that shit is heavy. I'm wearing breastplate. Did they have anything else on them?
Give me an investigation check.
Oh boy, my favorite. $13.
One of them, as you pull the breastplate off, the robe unfurls a bit and you see a bit of parchment tucked into the robe. Do you speak deep speech?
No. Common and celestial.
Heard. At first, it's hard to even recognize this as writing. It is symbols and glyphs, and it's written in a spiral that starts at the center and reads outward throughout the lines of 4 different spirals all inside of one another.
Okay.
Like, it would probably take a solid 20 minutes to even figure out that this thing was writing. and not
Okay.
just doodles in a spiral shape.
Okay.
So you find some form of correspondence, but exactly what it is, it's hard to say.
Stick it in my pocket.
All right. Wonderful. That is the armory. And up to the captain's quarters, or the captain's deck, rather. On one side there is the captain's quarters, and on the other side there's the spelljamming chamber.
Which one do you want to look at first, Podget? I think we should stick together.
Podget's looking at the spell jamming deck.
I assumed. You want to go check that place out first?
Yes.
Okay.
You should see if there's anything left.
All right. Well, I assume
Sticking
we'll
together.
move forward. We're sticking together, and we'll move forward cautiously, and we're just kind of keeping an eye out if there's anything that looks like a hazard, or looks like not necessarily a trap, but definitely something that looks like maybe a leftover security system or a hazard of some sort. We'll see if we can avoid it.
Okay.
You need to be
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay.
You're made of fleshy bits. I can't fix the broken parts.
Okay. It's a 17 on the die, and then that'll be a 21 total for my perception.
17.
You're both relatively sure that there's no trapping or security mechanisms.
Okay. Then let's move forward.
We're gonna pick this place apart.
Okay.
Moving from one end to the other.
As you enter that room, lying on the floor of this raised platform room is yet another headless body of a mind flayer. The stench of the rotting corpse is unpleasant, to say the least, and the dead mind flayer lies atop a metal basin in the platform that has a thick, purplish, pink, ichor-like liquid that fills it.
In the basin. Okay. Yeah. Oof. All right. Anything? Is it? Does it look like there's anything submerged and or floating in the liquor? In the ichor?
In the liquor. In the liquor.
Is there anything floating in the liquor?
Wrong game. Girls, wrong game. That's totally different characters that are floating in liquor.
No, but what you do notice is Xeno/Solare is that this mind flayer is clutching something in its hand.
I'm gonna take a closer look, Podget, at that hand.
Podget will
What do they got?
wander up. Look at the hand.
Yeah.
It certainly is clutching something.
Is it does it look like a piece of paper, an object, or some type of mechanism?
See, that's the weird thing with illicit hands, is their fingers are so long, when they really wrap up a fist, there's no telling what is inside of that hand.
All right.
Would you like me to grab it?
Be my guest. Just be careful.
And Podget's gonna reach down. Try and pry the fingers apart.
Easily enough, one of them snaps right off, and foul ichor and the smell of putrescence fills the room.
Podget's fine.
But you find in the illicit's hand a small amber gem,
Small amber.
just probably about yay big.
Okay.
Podget's gonna actually use. Okay.
You seen anything like this before, Podget? Is this used?
Does it look magical? Okay, I could.
Give me a wisdom saving throw, Podget.
Okay. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Not great.
You still have detect magic prepared,
I do.
correct? Okay.
That's
So I
12.
traded that out for a different spell.
Yeah. I also have
Said
comprehend language.
a 12?
Yeah.
As you take the stone in your hand, Podget, a part of your programming that hasn't clicked in a very long time. A memory. A very faint one that you hear. Oh, well, you have been my favorite project, and I am quite enjoying working on you. But you see, my boy, we're having a bit of a problem. You see, I want to give you life beyond automation. A spirit, if you will. I wish for you to be your own man. Now, I know there are magics that make this possible, and I know right now you probably won't remember this. But there are magical gems that can hold spells, so I could just find one strong enough to power you. If only I could find one big enough to power you. And you find yourself snapped back into the present.
Podget looked like they were out of it for a little bit.
You heard the dial-up noises.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard that?
And
Okay.
and Podget starts to spark a little bit.
Yeah,
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
just-
whoa, whoa.
Go
Grab it. Okay, Zeno's they're gonna grab a cloth and take the gem, wrap it up out of Podget's hand for just a second. They okay?
Apologies. Programming error. And Podget's gonna hold their hand out again.
You gonna be okay with this? Still wrapped up.
Possibly.
Still wrapped up. What happened to you? Did it short circuit you or something? It looked like you.
I don't know who that man was. I'm
What man? Did something out of the gem speak to you?
maybe. I don't know.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't mess around too much with these sorts of magic gems, but you look very excited.
I have a gem, but it's not the same.
Okay.
May I see it?
Oh yeah, I handed it back to you already.
So, yeah, Podget's gonna open up.
It's
the
still
compartment.
wrapped up in the cloth. Yeah.
Yeah. and set it in there, wrapped up.
Okay.
All right.
And you can actually see that little blue glow from the compartment.
Anything else in this room?
No, other than it's easy to deduce from here that this basin of Icarus liquid would be where the spell jamming helm should be. But the spell jamming helm is missing.
Hey, Pod, do you know what they use this liquid for?
Does Podget know?
Give me an Arcana check.
I'm good at that.
I figured you'd be.
Let's see. Plus 6. Oh my god, that's bad. It's 12.
No.
No idea.
Shit.
No, I
But you
do not know.
you think you know somebody who might know?
I'm going to ask Flapjack.
Okay.
Would you like to further explore this room, or
I'm going to... look around and see if there's something, because I don't have it listed with my equipment, because I was just checking. I'd like to see if there's something I could take a sample of this juice with.
In the room, no, there's really not anything other than the Mind Flayer's body.
Anything on them I could use as a makeshift container,
I mean, we did give you that potion of healing.
which I did down, and I kept the vial.
Unless you took and chucked the vial down, like yeah,
I didn't eat the vial.
Healed.
You didn't hit it with a good old Hebrew wedding and stomp on it.
Nope. Nope. When did a wedding happen? I didn't drink.
L'Ohio.
Do I drink a healing potion and all of a sudden I'm married? It's strange customs out here in the Astral Sea.
It'd be like that sometimes.
I mean, it was a short wedding because like that happened right before Jasper. So
Alright,
let me heal Black
wonderful.
Widow. Huh?
That's okay. Well, yeah, I'll take some in the empty healing potion and stopper it back up and head on over to the other...
To the captain's quarters?
To the captain's quarters, yeah.
Wonderful.
Are you okay, Milo?
As you enter this room, you see that a rather impressive chair is behind a rather large claw-footed desk. The occupant of that seat, yet another headless mind flayer.
Everybody got beheaded.
Or their brains.
Yep. Jasper was hungry. Will we need a... Almost said a wits and awareness check. But do we need a perception check or investigation check for this room?
Investigation. Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
just gonna head behind the desk and start going through drawers
Okay.
and the captain's pockets.
Mm-hmm. Investigation check is not super high.
13.
Better than my 7.
Heard.
We pocket rifling.
Not a lot to find in here, honestly.
Okay.
The only thing of interest is there's a book that is open on the desk. That is, there's just a little, not really a little, about as round as a cantaloupe.
Okay.
There is a circle of blood on the pages that it's open to,
Okay.
and that's it. the other pages, they have the same spiraling glyph-like writing.
All right, we'll snatch that up and take that
I'll
along. Yeah, need to have someone who's potentially knowledgeable about that sort to look through it and see what's going on.
We'll wait till everybody's together. Then we do the thing.
Yep.
All right.
Should we meet back with everybody?
Yeah, I think as far as I can tell, we've gone through what we can here. So, got your gem, got the juice, and we got a book.
Is it juice?
What was that?
It's hard to say if it's juice.
Well, I'm just calling it. It's the pink juice. So
I don't believe you should drink that.
I'm not planning on it.
That's good. I can't heal you. You're fleshy.
Can we fix you if something happens with you?
I can fix me.
You can fix you. Okay.
It's in my programming.
Well, that's good. Okay. Brings up a good question now. If you were hurt so badly
Actually,
that
that's
you
a good plan.
couldn't fix yourself, who should we take you to?
Never had that happen before.
Okay.
I don't know. But it's quite easy. And Podget, because, took a little bit of damage, is going to cast Mending on themselves.
Okay.
Constitution modifier. So, yeah, you watch as Podget takes and basically runs their hand along the bite marks made.
Mm-hmm.
And I get a whole hit point back.
Nice.
Okay. Well, we are going to reconnoiter with everyone else. In fact, since I know that we're on different levels of the ship, I am going
Get 4 hit
to
points back.
use my let's see. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to use, since I'm familiar with the target, I'm going to do message. I'm use my cantrip for message and message Vega. And the message that I'm going to send is Podget and Solare are done. Need to meet up.
Yeah.
And that's it. Yep. And so Vega knows that she can reply. So
Already on my way up. Have an extra.
Podget, Vega says she has a +1.
Is it silver? We should go find out. And Podget's gonna...
I would think she would mention silver by name, but that's just me. She wouldn't have mentioned other.
As you guys all reconvene on the observation deck where Silver has been giving them the thumbs up on the Moon Dancer to keep pulling these armor weapons up in the winch.
Got a major operation going here.
Moving some serious product.
Moving some seriously. You know what the street value of these breastplates are?
As Vega emerges with this 7-foot tall Quaggoth.
Excuse me.
behind her. With blood all over his white furred ursine mouth.
This is your +1.
Yeah, he's friendly. He's friendly. I think that was the actual life form that Flapjack was sensing.
New crew member?
Little metal man.
Hello.
That's Podget.
Portrait. Robar.
I'll ask if I need to add you to the ship log. And that's when Podget's gonna send a message to Captain Sartell.
And as you do that, he kind of crouches down beside you, Vega, and like leans over. Is your captain gonna put me in a cage again?
I don't think she will, but if she tries, her and I are going to have very unpleasant words.
Oh, don't worry. Yelling is worse.
No, it's not going to be yelling.
Okay.
She'll give him a little pat.
And as you go to cast a message, Podget, and kind of look up, you see that Captain Sartell is leaned over the side of the Moon Dancer. What are you fools doing down there?
Jasper tried to eat us!
I don't rightly know who Jasper is, but I'm glad you're not food.
We have a +1, Captain.
We took a prisoner!
No! Not a prisoner! No, Podget, no!
Is it a guest or a prisoner? I need clarification.
Yes, he is harmless.
Silver.
Really?
was gonna walk
I'm
up
just
to-
picturing this Vega just going, they're harmless. They're totally harmless. This big old thing with a bloody mouth.
Blood covering
Silver's gonna, Silver's gonna walk up to him.
It's that old vibe. This is my dog. He doesn't bite. He don't bite. He wants to play.
Silver's gonna walk up to him and see if he needs any healing. Robar? See if he
Robar,
needs
yeah.
healing.
He doesn't look wounded
Okay.
as
Just
so far as
Um,
malnourished, starving.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah, I can't do anything about that.
was he forced to cannibalize a little bit? Yes. Did he eat literally as little as possible to survive? Also,
Oh,
yes.
buddy. That's sad.
Just having skinny friends sucks. Not
Yeah.
much. Not much to eat.
Why?
So sorry.
Right. Well then, are you lot coming up onto the ship or what?
Yeah,
Have we got all of the shit?
I hope so.
All the
Yeah.
all the weapons and breastplate and stuff.
no, Vega's gonna be like, you cannot lock this one up at all.
Fine.
Good. All right, you heard her. All right, we gotta get on that ship. Let's go.
The next time
You
the
see,
wind
he
comes
looks-
down,
He looks back towards the door,
Okay. Yeah.
and he kind of looks up at the ship, and he looks back towards the door. I don't want to leave my friends here.
Friend?
No. We left our home together. I don't want to leave them down there.
Do you want us to go get them?
Where are they at?
In the cells. falling apart.
Silver is gonna go down there. And what do these creatures look like exactly? Like, can you describe them again?
They are as tabaxi are to people, like they're anthropomorphic cats.
Mm-hmm.
Quaggoths are anthropomorphic albino cave bears.
Okay.
Okay, are we headed down? Sorry.
Silver is. You can follow her if you want. So Silver is going to go ahead and find the bodies.
Okay.
She's going to take her dagger, and she's going to cut. How many of them are there? How many bodies?
3.
3.
Okay.
She's going to cut a small bit of fur off of each of them. And she's going to then pull a tooth, one of the major teeth, biggest teeth from each of them. And she actually does have glass jars in her inventory. And she's going to put a little bit from each of them in the jars. And she's going to take them back up to give to Robar.
While Silver's doing that, is there anything that these creatures would have, like, do they have any necklaces or adornments or anything that they wore?
No, they're very simplistic.
Okay.
I mean, they don't even wear clothes.
Okay.
They've got their weapons that are all basically if one made a large cylindrical stone and then tapped it onto the end of a tree trunk and made a maul out of it, that's what they wield as weapons.
Got it. Okay. If there's nothing else to collect, then I'll help Silver with collection of teeth and fur and bring back up.
Wonderful. Yeah. Yep. And threw up that picture. I threw up one of my favorite Quaggoth arts as well, so that you guys can have a little bit more visual reference.
Okay.
Buddy. Sad.
Gotcha.
Poor friend.
So, you bring that up, and Robar just kind of looks at it. What do I have to do? They were good friends. And he grabs onto the ladder and starts to climb up.
Oh.
Yeah, let's get you fed. Let's go.
So you guys all climb up onto the Moon Dancer. Where Captain Sartell's looking at the hull from the scavenging. Says, right, have you already picked your personal claim to the spoils yet?
No, I need a fucking bath.
Silver will pull out the pouch of money she found. I know it's not a lot, but she'll hand it to the captain because she hasn't done that yet. Captain Sartell.
Captain Sartell will open it and look inside and seal it up. Give you a nod.
And then Silver will pull out the ring and hand it to her.
She looks at it. Alright. Mangonel, stones, ballistic bolts, armor, swords, bitcoin. Did you keep anything for yourselves?
Budget.
No, but we found something, and I have it still. But it did something.
So you're taking it as your personal claim?
If that's alright, Captain.
I realize I haven't sent you on many boarding missions, Podget. But those who brave the boarding party are allowed to keep one piece from the hall as their own for braving the scavenging. Alright. You hold on to that, whatever it is you earned.
Thank you, Captain. We should give Flapjack the juice, though. I'm gonna look at Solari.
Juice?
Juice.
Please tell me y'all didn't drink anything you found on the ship.
I told him not to.
Flapjack
As he
comes
had
floating
I
over.
did not drink anything. I just got this. Pink fluid.
What you talking about, juice? Where's the juice?
And you done it.
I got the juice.
You've got the juice?
Yes.
He has the juice.
I'm like,
Oh,
oh,
Jim, no.
It looks like a really wonderful thing.
It's juice.
I'll hand it over to Flapjack.
Wraps a tentacle around it.
You know what? I could tell you all about it. This stuff's bad. It's very, very bad. This is you can have this bell gather all around the touch it.
Okay.
Well, that's so remember I told you that Captain Sartar saved me from some man flies, and that's how we became friends. Yeah. So the way Naughty Lords, that kind of ship, you know, they got a special power. You know, they got a special power when they're all fully charged, and they got a Spelljammer helm and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what that special power is? Do you?
I don't. I'm sorry.
They can shift between planes of existence.
Ooh.
And the compass that they use for that is that icky goo that you got in a little bottle there.
So this is navigation juice. Okay.
Yeah, but I think that the illithirds are the only ones that know how to use it right.
So if we were to find one that's alive, we could get them to tell us how it's used.
Have you ever tried to get a mind flayer to tell you anything before?
No.
That's a really, it shows that you've never done that.
I don't think it will play out like you would hope, trying to
They'd
get
melt your brain until it leaked out your ears, and you'd be a little mumbling mess, and then they'd eat your mushy brains.
Maybe someday.
Vega, on that note, is just gonna walk away before she loses her shit.
Silver's gonna walk up to Podget and pull out the little bit of parchment and be like, can you read this?
And with that, Podget is going to also ask, you grab the book, right? Sorry.
Hmm?
You grab the book?
Yeah, oh yeah, the book, sorry.
Yeah.
Yes. The book from the captain's quarters, yeah. Mm-hmm. We have the...
Would you like me to translate this?
Yes.
Okay. And
As everyone is having their talks, what is your passive perception Vega.
It is a 16.
Just as you're getting ready to go below deck, out of the corner of your eye, you catch a shadow begin to drift across the deck.
Don't look up.
You see a dark shape glides across the face of a nearby asteroid. Another ship.
Fuck!
The new arrival resembles a giant spider, complete with long, delicate legs and web-like rigging. Starlight gleams off of its metallic hull as it creeps absolutely silently through the void towards your ship.
Captain?
What is it?
Ship incoming.
And Cam Sartell looks up. A night spider. As if it couldn't get any worse.
Yeah, I think it would also be a bad time to tell you it was Gith Yankees that invaded the Illithid ship.
And she turns and... Flapjack, get us out of here, now. Oh, Captain Lark, you're right on that. And he starts to float.
Vega is gonna tie herself to the mast at this point because we're gonna book it.
I was just about to say, Solari is securing themselves.
Silver will grab on with her tail.
And the ship begins to list, begins to move, begins to take off. As the night spider draws ever closer, the two of you just barely out of range of each other's mangonels. It is that struggle. You will gain ground, lose ground. They'll gain ground, lose ground. As Captain Sartell keeps looking back. You know, if those Nyogi catch up to us, we're all going to be killed and then have thousands of eggs laid inside of our bodies. Let's get these ships. Let's get
Only
these
half
sails
of that
open.
sounds fun.
Which half?
The dying
I'm
half.
sorry,
Don't,
what?
don't answer that.
Because I don't want to even put dudes. I don't want sacks inside me.
Are you
about that?
sure about that? Sorry.
Vega's like, I hate today. I hate today.
Remember, we said don't knock it till you try it.
I'll make
Are
sure to
Are
update
you
your
going to be all
profile.
right? Are you going to be all right,
Hey,
Hey,
Vega?
Project.
Oh, sorry. What?
Make sure to update your profiles.
Update your
I need to make a roll. Oh.
No. I know.
So, as the night spider gains a burst of speed, a mass of web shoots out, wrapping around the moon dancer.
Shit. Tractor beam, sir.
Can we cut it? Can we run up and start hacking at it?
Mm-hmm.
You can.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that.
I'm
Do I
gonna
need to
grab my
roll?
rapier. I'm gonna grab my rapier and start running up and slicing at it.
Yeah, attack rolls against its hardness. Yep.
Attack rolls against the egg-laying spiders. Got it.
23.
Ooh, very good roll.
Give me
for
some damage.
That would be
11 points of damage.
24 for me to hit, and damage is 6 points slashing.
I dropped my dice. So that was
Right.
Well, we're officially gaming now. something dropped.
No, it
Just
has to be Avery.
Oh.
confirmation on
I got
nat 20.
11 on my damage.
Nat 20 is double dice rolled, correct?
Yeah.
And I
Double
don't
the
get sneak
damage of your
attack.
die.
I don't get sneak attack.
No, it's not a creature that can be surprised. It's feasibly a rope.
I'm going to use my second attack as well.
21.
I get an extra.
Ooh, wait a second.
For 9 points of damage for the second hit, which was a 20 to hit, not natural.
Or,
Do they? Ooh, we have lanterns on this place, right? Like fire lanterns.
yeah.
Grab a lantern,
Oh.
and throw it, and see if I can burn the webs off.
Yep. Okay.
Actually, I'm going to pull out my
This is
flask of
great.
alchemist fire
Okay,
Or,
and just pour it.
there you go. There you go.
Podget's gonna get up a little closer, and then at the point where it's a little bit off the ship, cast Shatter.
Side note, I know it was for the last combat, but I need to remember that I have the Parafit of Wound closure, which would have stabilized me from those death
Oh
saves.
shit! That was a great roll.
That would have.
7, 7, 8.
Yep, I totally forgot I had it.
We're not going to talk about the damage that my thing does. It takes it took 3 points of fire damage. I only roll a d4, and then every round it takes an additional d4.
There we go.
22 points
Sweet.
And
of thunder damage.
my flask is now empty, so I no
As-
longer.
And I'm out of second level spells.
as
Vegas.
webs burn and are sundered with force and are hacked, this thing just keeps secreting more web, and it is pulling you in, and it has pulled you in at this point close enough that you can see there are 60, 70 Nyogi on this ship. And for those of you who don't know what Nyogi are, the corpse of that spider-like creature that you found on the Nautilus with the eel-like neck and head, that's a
Yeah.
Nyogi.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Question: Can I try something? How much of this web, like, where is it hitting exactly? Like, if.
So if your ship is here,
Mm-hmm.
the night spider is above you, like here,
Mm-hmm.
and it is shooting webs that are wrapping under the keel
Okay.
and around the front of the ship.
So, is there a kind of a more centralized location of where they're coming from, like a bigger cluster of them?
I mean, the webs are coming from the abdomen of the
I'm gonna fire.
quote-unquote spider.
I was just gonna see about manning the ballista and firing it at the ship where the webs are coming from.
Well, unfortunately, my idea is not unless I can get closer to the actual central location of it. So never mind.
Okay. But I'm still.
If it's
gonna
outside the air bubble, I can't do it because it'd have to jump out of the. It'd have to jump into
As you
space.
are all thinking of this and what you're going to do. Suddenly, 2 galleons glide into view and begin to pummel the night spider with ballastables and mangonel stones,
Yes.
forcing the night spider to break off its attack and make for the cover of nearby asteroids. As you emerge from the asteroid field, and these 2 galleons come in tow behind you.
Are they flying any colors or markings or anything that identify them as who they are?
Mm-hmm. I'll do my
Vega and Podget can give me a history check.
Okay.
Okay.
Not bad.
14.
23. Accessing the database.
Accessing.
Both of you
Access granted.
see that the flag of alliance with the House of Brahl
Thank God.
flies on
Oh, yay.
flies on their masts.
Nice.
Podget, you recognize that the top flag on their flag mast flies the Commonwealth of Shorel, which is a let me preface it with this. They are the same race, but they call themselves different things because they are fundamentally different ideologically and philosophically. That these are Githzerai.
Okay.
They are both members of the Gith race.
Podget's gonna relay that information to Captain Sartell.
So, yeah, right. I know that.
Am I on translation duty again for this since I know the language?
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure that's necessary this time, actually.
Ah,
I know those ships, and I know the captain of one of those ships quite well.
Mm.
That is the incorrigible and the undaunted. The captain of the incorrigible is a Githzerai named Darvik. Mind your tongues, crew. I'm sure Darvik will have some sharp words for me. He and I have a spotted past. Weapons stay stowed, no back talk. Am I understood?
Aye.
Yes, Captain.
Yes, Captain.
mm-hmm.
Do we need an exit strategy?
Hopefully not, but work on it, just in case.
Got it.
You know what? I'll take the time to go bathe so I don't smell like shit and I don't look like shit. So get out of your hair before I cause problems.
I didn't say that.
My mouth gets me in trouble.
And it's in that moment
That's
that the
not-
incorrigible pulls up on one side of the moon dancer.
What did you say, Podget?
What if I-
And
What did you say, Podget?
the incorrigible pulls up on one side of the moon dancer, and the undaunted pulls up on the other side. And a tall, lithe Githyanki man stands aboard the undaunted, and a tall, lanky Githzerai man stands on the ledge of the incorrigible. And Captain Sartell looks up to the Githzerai. Darvik! It's been a long time. Are you still up to piracy? Sartell. It's me? I would never. So what are you off to, Sartell? So, well, headed back to the rock. Actually, due for a conscription. Darvik looks around. Is that right? Well, I hope who's ever signed the other end of that contract has less of a discerning taste for your spotty past. But I'll get you there, Captain. No worries.
Won't we, cousin? He shouts across in the Githyanki on the other ship. We sure will get you to the rock. Don't you worry about that. After all, we are privateers of Prince Andrew's navy. And anyone who's given oaths of obeisance, as you have to him, Sartell, it's our duty to keep you safe. Captain Sartell smiles. Well, who would I be to refuse two strong and charming men? Go on and lead, then. They hop back on their ships. Full sail to the rock, boys. And as soon as all the boats are at full sail and they're out of earshot, Captain Sartell just drops the whole fake smile. I hate men. I hate men. Solari, you're alright.
What's the plan?
Always gotta wave their flag masts around, don't they?
Statistically speaking, yes.
Thank you, Podget.
You're welcome.
What's our move here?
What do you mean?
We're just getting escorted back where we're going. And that's it. Eh?
Hi.
Okay.
We should make it to the rock in a few hours.
This Darvik is not going to give you any more hassle once we get there, is he?
I think he knows better.
Okay, good.
Statistically speaking, that might be true.
That he knows better or that he won't?
Knows better.
Okay, good.
Won't is
Darvik
many
and
variables.
I were involved for a time.
It happens.
If he weren't
Involved,
such a
Darvik?
arrogant prick, we might still be together. But here we are.
I mean, should throw Vega at him a little bit. Then the arrogance will be taken down a few notches.
That will end in a fight.
And that is not what we need right now. We have a damaged ship.
Aye.
We barely got lucky enough to run into some roving ships at the edge of Brahl space. We should count our blessings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Podget's gonna turn to Silver. Did you still want me to translate these? You're muted.
You're still muted.
Silver.
You are having trouble with your voice
Yes.
translator.
Sorry.
I
Apologies.
did not catch that.
I forgot.
Technical difficulty.
If I was standing a good distance away, let me get a little closer. Yes, if you wouldn't mind, please. I'd appreciate it.
I'm gonna need to definitely get some rest after this.
Yes. I got 2 spell slots.
Yeah, no, spell slots are not looking great, but I'm gonna use that last one to use comprehend languages.
Oh, and I'm gonna go bring out the Vega.
Yes.
Yes, Solari's gonna. Solari's gonna show you a book.
Try my best.
And
Is that what we're
open
calling
it
it?
up and has it like It's the one we found in the captain's quarters. It's a book. And it has a lot of very strange drawings and symbols and
Would I know what this is?
yeah.
Do you speak deep speech?
Nope.
This is also in deep speech now. Okay. Shoot. Thinking it's someone's personal journal of something, but
Probably.
what it's referring to, I have no idea.
Learning languages was not my strong suit. I zoned out a lot growing up.
Gotcha.
So, Padgett, you cast Comprehend Languages.
Yeah, and Podget's gonna. I have to touch it. So grab the letter.
Do what you need to.
It reads. Let me pull up my notes.
You know the translate voice? That's exactly what comes out of Podget's not mouth. It's definitely the British lady, in honor of Captain Sartell, even though that's not how she speaks.
It's a certain search engine's translator voice.
Uh-huh.
Welcome to.
It reads
Translating.
as such.
Translating.
What we have found is hidden deep. Down and down. The Drogath hole. What comes down must come up. For those who have been sleeping, dare to dream. And a dream's most daring feat is a nightmare. And there's one word scrawled at the bottom. Xaryxis space.
Podget will finish translating.
Okay.
That does not sound good.
I'm not familiar.
Sounds.
I'm not familiar with the location. Drogath hole? Where is that?
Does that sound familiar?
Arcana check?
Ooh.
Vega's taking the time to go downstairs to go take a bath finally lately. She wants to be left alone. She needs to have her little meltdown in the bathtub. It's fine.
Okay. I'll take the journal back from you before you head out.
She already gave it back.
Okay.
She already gave it back.
Okay, cool.
A Drogath is a creature.
Mm-hmm.
With that roll, Podget, Drogath is one of the great cosmic horrors.
Lovely.
Drogath is known as the Worm of Correspondence, the Eater of Space.
Of correspondence. Oh, shit.
Podget will relay that.
Space-going email worm. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, the only thing we've run into that is a hole is the black variety, and those are never good.
Well, it's okay. So it sounds like this is encrypted. Like the person who had it would know what it means. Like specifically,
It was
this is
definitely
what we have found.
Yeah. Whoever it was intended for would know exactly what they were talking about. Yeah.
So yeah, because obviously they found something, and it's in the Drogoth hole. So it's in this. This sounds nasty.
And it's down there, and then it's supposed to come back up.
Well, okay, we found it. It's hidden. Okay. My head hurts. What does this have to do with sleeping people?
But Drogoth being the entity as Podget, just clicked in on their check. So the entity is wherever this hole is. Now that could be.
Is it its den? Well, it's in Xaryxis space, but is it its den? Do you think?
It could be where it's currently residing and waiting to come back.
That sounds.
So I'm going to say, because this is a magical translation, and not having learned the language from a creature that wasn't a mind flare, that a bit more context is implied.
Got it.
Because while verbally, the words that you were just given are verbatim translation.
Okay.
Verbatim translation, it doesn't make much sense, right? Context is key in all things. The Drogoth. Is Podget, you would know when Drogoth eats a part of space and goes through that hole, because that's what he does. He eats space and then enters the hole that he made. He can emerge wherever, move that hole wherever he likes.
Oh, he's folding space-time. Okay, got it.
He exists in the finite space between all things, between every molecule. That is where Drogoth lives.
Be a location.
It is the event horizon.
Once consumed. Possibly.
Oof.
Would you like me to touch your book?
Sure. You still have this going, so yes, here is
for an hour.
Here is the book that we found. So yes, I would very much like to know what this captain's journal. Touch away.
Podget touches away at the book.
It is a captain's log. It talks about. It's got about 387 days of entries.
Dang.
So it'll take you some time to get through it. But the last entry, the entry that has the blood on it, reads as such. Captain's log, day 387.
Okay.
We are being hunted. There is no escape. There is but the grim knowledge that our minds will never return to the elder brain.
No return.
The headsman cometh. and the bell tolls for we. It seems that no matter how long it takes, the other shoe always drops. I can hear him coming. That's where it ends.
What's the headsman? Podget, do you know what the headsman is?
Usually a headsman involves execution.
Taro looks over.
Hmm.
You telling ghost stories, Podget?
Explains
No,
how we
the
everybody's
dead
every one of those mind flayers' heads were missing everywhere we went.
True. Is the headsman the one who took them, do you think?
Oh, so we are telling ghost stories.
What's the story?
Is
Yeah,
it time for stories?
I think
I gather?
let's hear it. I'm always up for a good story.
Well, the tale goes that a Githyanki king declared eternal war on the Illithids.
Okay.
That for the enslavement of the Gith people, not even death could stop him from eliminating them. And it is said that these thousands of years later, on the back of a lunar dragon, the headsman rides. Stalking his Illithid victims and leaving Nautiluses adrift in space without their spelljamming helm and without heads. And there's never a head to be found on the ship.
That would correlate to what we found on board.
They also didn't kill everything on board unless they didn't see the other creatures.
Or the
It was
only
the-
ones that were headless were the Gith, or the Ithlid, I mean.
Illithid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Illithid.
Yeah.
Rogar still has his head.
So did the other.
And so did Jasper. But Jasper
So did the. Did it really have a head though? Like, did that thing have a head?
The Jasper doesn't really have a head per se. It's got more of a protrusion that pretends to be a head.
It had a head, it just didn't have a neck.
No, I meant. Good point. I meant
And the brain stack.
the other things.
It did have a brain
Oh,
snack.
the Sirlons?
The Sirlons.
The Sirlons.
The
Yeah.
Sirlons didn't have.
they
There
had
were
mouths.
5 of those.
They just
Yeah,
had
there were
mouths.
5 of those. There was Jasper, and then there were
That was Robar. Plus whatever Robar's friends.
yeah, Robar, and then his So they obviously, if the Giths attacked when the ship was obviously running,
Just
the
wait.
Sirlons either hid or were completely ignored by the Gith.
Or maybe they showed up after the. I don't know. But
Well, it's,
The
I don't know why they would
I thought we
strand
were telling
themselves on a
ghost
derelict
stories.
ship.
don't know. Yeah, I mean,
This is a true story.
or either that, or they do, or they were surviving exactly the way that they lured us in.
No, you said ghost story. Is this not a true story then with the Githyanki King?
All ghost stories are real stories. what makes a story real and what makes a story fake.
So the Githyanki king is a real person?
Hell if I know.
This
Thousands of years ago.
I was just gonna say, we'd have to go probably ask them. Maybe they have a record, but
I don't
But
want
I
to.
mean,
we're not
if
gonna go talk to them.
if some Death Knight Githyanki wielding a vorpal sword is riding around space on the
nice.
back of a lunar dragon, I think we're all fucked.
I'm not disagreeing with that at all.
Not if his only vendetta is against Illithids. We're not Illithids. Or are we? Who's a traitor?
I mean,
I'm joking.
Podget just looks at Silver.
It's a joke.
Man. If y'all knew what I was, I would just change to look like an illithid. But I will not do that now because then
Stab
Vega will die. Vega will come back from her bath and cut me in half.
you lot should get some rest. I'm sure that boarding mission was a time.
It
We have
was.
hours before we reach Rock of Brahl. We should recharge.
We should go take a nap.
Rest actually sounds good.
Yeah.
Tell more stories later.
I got a lot of
We
things.
can go through that full blood.
A lot to think about.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Podget, for translation, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
It's my job.
You're doing a good job.
So a few hours pass. What is everyone doing?
I'm going to be resting and looking into anything that might be... I'm going to be going over what... I'm going to be making notes in my own journal about everything that they encountered on that ship. Just kind of putting together a little reckoning of how that whole salvage operation went down. So...
Okay.
I'm just gonna read more of the captain's log. And then power down for a bit because Podget needs spell slots back.
Yeah.
Silver is going to remove her armor. Go down and visit the prisoner. We talked about this.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
We did.
We already talked about this. Fine. Visiting. You will talk to him some more. Talk to him some more. And then she's going to come back and
So
be
is
a
that
very,
what the fall-
very thorough negotiation.
Is that what
Got
the
it.
fallen stars are calling it these days?
Silver's having a conjugal visit with the prisoner, right?
conjugal visit.
Trying to write in the notebook. Why is this ship rocking? Are we hitting a little meteor
Vega was
shower?
taking a bath. Vega went to go take a bath. Was gonna go beat up the prisoner and have words, but here's the conjugal whatever visit.
It depends on the situation. Safe words are important, people.
No, she just hears the visits. Like, I'm not dealing with none of that shit. She is sulking in the crow's nest the entire fucking time. It just
That's okay. The other three
That's
of
like
the
a mental
prisoners have to
meltdown.
be subjected to it because they're there.
Hey, people have to pay for that shit, so they should.
Oh, well.
No, Vega did not take this mission well at
It's
all.
all
She
right.
just
It's
had
all
a
right.
meltdown on the
They got
crow's
prison
nest.
popcorn.
Just
no
gonna go
mention on it.
relax.
$129.99.
Yeah. Ooh, we could
For the
also,
other prisoners, it's free.
a very captive audience.
Oh,
Fuck.
you fucker.
And then she's gonna go back upstairs, smelling like sweat and shame, and lay down.
Ooh, we're gonna call you Solaflare now.
Oh my
Hurt.
god.
All that heat.
All that
Yeah,
heat.
no.
So a few hours later, as you crest around a few more asteroids, You see that sunlight illuminates rooftops, spires. A city built across the top of a giant asteroid. However, it's not just the top of the asteroid. The asteroid's underside has structures as well, including fortresses and 2 giant sails. Wooden docks protrude from one end of the asteroid, and a variety of ships are moored there. Space-dwelling fish scatter in front of you as your ship adjusts its heading until the docks are straight ahead and level with the ship's main deck. Pier workers stand ready, catching ropes and tying it off as the ship glides alongside one of the docks and slows to a shop. Captain Sartell stands up in the bow, turns. For the final time, it's your captain. Welcome to the Rock. Permission granted to disembark.
Thank you.
Aye, Captain.
The spoils will be divided in 2 days' time. If you're not on the Rock in 2 days' time, I will have them put in an account for you here in the Prince's vaults. Whenever you return to the Rock, you'll have coin here.
Thank you, Captain.
It's been an honor. Sailing beside each and every one of you. An honor I'm not likely to receive again in a lifetime.
Although I only had sailed with you for a very short time. It was an expiring experience. Just want you to know that, Captain.
I appreciate that. But, in celebration, I say, first round of drinks, the happy beholders on me.
Vega's peeking out of the car and says, "Are you sure?"
She looks over at Bubble. Just the first round. Come on, you salty dogs. She hops off the edge of the ship.
Aye.
Podget follows behind.
All right. We are disembarking and we are going to the Happy Beholder.
The happy beholder.
The happy beholder.
As you walk through the streets of the Rock of Brahl, there are as many races of people as you could imagine. There's palm trees growing in lots. It smells of rain, but not like rain is at home because there's not a lot of smell to raise with all of that nitrogen in the air. The streets are still wet, and about halfway to the Happy Beholder in the 3rd ward, it starts to rain again. And you would think floating on an asteroid out in the middle of space it would be cold. But it's warm and it's welcoming. and it's fresh water. It's not like sea rain that makes your eyes sting from the salt and your bones chilled to their very marrow. This is as utopian as it gets. Of course, as you progress into the third ward and out of the middle and out of the second ward, and into the impoverished side of the Rock of Brahl, it becomes a little less utopian. It becomes a little more familiar, a little more like home.
Yeah.
Street kids kicking an overfull water flask through the street. 4 kids running from a guard, each of them with a candied apple in their hands.
Aw.
It's a little rough down here. And those kids look like they should have probably stolen a turkey leg from the street vendor beside it. Because you can see every single one of their ribs as they run by. But eventually, you make it to the Happy Beholder. You hear the music playing inside. A jaunty jig. And as you're about to enter, Captain Sartell says, "For you lot that haven't been here before, just keep your weapons away. No matter what you see, no matter what you think you see, don't do it."
If you think you saw it, no, you didn't.
Be sure to keep an eye on your wallets.
Aye.
That's why my coin purse is always. She just.
If you think you saw something, no, you didn't, and drink to forget.
Yep.
It's like
And
keeping
as-
on the crew for so long.
As you walk in, you are immediately confronted with floating by you a huge spherical creatures with eye stalks and a watching central eye as he floats around the backside of the bar. He says, "Hey, Captain Sartell, what's going on? Hey, Podget. Oh, the Vega Bright Sails. Always so good to see you. Hey, new faces. What's going on with you? Hey, hi, I'm Large Luigi. It's really fucking nice to meet you.
Lovely to meet you too. I'm Silver.
Silva. I like that, like money. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what about you, huh?
Oh, you can call me Solare. Thank you.
That sounds made up. But Solare it is.
What's in the crew member log?
Alright, you know what? If Podget vouches for you, you know what? I didn't mean to offend you. It's probably not fake. That could be your real name. Your parents just might have, not been good at it. Alright.
Keeping my composure like nobody's business.
Anyway, what are we...
Luigi, it's a good joke.
What are we drinking?
What's a Luigi special? What do you recommend?
Oh, you want the Luigi special, huh?
No, you don't. No, you
Yes.
don't.
I don't?
I would like to see what happens. The last time was fun.
Lay it on me.
I would like that too.
2 Luigi specials. Alright, here we go.
Can't go wrong with the bartender's recommendation.
Vega, are we betting again?
Yes, we are betting at Luigi. I just want a glass of the nice stuff since Sartell is paying for the first round.
Just the first round.
That's right.
the ice drop wine.
Sounds good.
Mhm.
Would you care for a cup of oil, Podget?
Yes.
Wonderful. Wonderful. All right. And you see that there are like 5 bottles over top of 2 cups. Like they're full, like pint glasses that are being filled like a Long Island iced tea with no mixer.
Oh.
All right, Podget, what are we betting on?
I saw Silver fight, so I believe Silver will outlast Solare.
I mean, no argument on that.
And you hear from behind
Wow.
you as the drinks are mixing. There will be a 3rd contender today.
I'm gonna turn and see who it is.
Yeah, who is this?
And you see a huge anthropomorphic hippo man with just the most
Sure.
rotund belly and just the widest, stockiest legs you've ever seen in your life. His legs might be 1 foot long, but by God, they're 3 feet around.
Hey.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And he has like
So it's not the length, it's the girth that's keeping him up.
yeah, that's right. Pop can. All right.
That's great.
He's got a sort of taupe flat cap with his 2 little hippo ears coming out.
Aww.
A red undershirt with a red ascot, green slouch pants, a slightly lighter green, just slightly lighter enough that it doesn't match green leather coat,
Oh.
and big. When I say big shoes,
You mean
I'm talking like a size 43 double wide shoe.
Okay.
All right.
And he sits down with a green parrot on his shoulder that has an eye patch over one of its eyes.
Beautiful.
Love it.
I will be drinking today.
Well, yeah.
I will be drinking today.
Okay.
Are we
They,
going? Yeah.
And Podget, you know this to be Commodore Crux.
Commodore!
I'm you and
Are you gonna be having Luigi specials today?
I've already had 4, and I'm looking forward to 5.
Okie dokie then.
Surprised you ain't been knocked on your ass yet.
I may have fallen once or twice, but that's neither here or there.
Were you falling for the... No, she's being a little tart. Were you falling for the lassies again?
Oh.
Oh, just for pickle here.
Oh.
And he gives the bird a scratch.
Just for people. Oh no.
You see my parents?
I have. I saw your father about a month ago, roundabout.
Little surprising. He's usually with my mother.
Not to say that your mother isn't sailing on that ship as well, I just didn't lay eyes on her. They're sailing on a ship called the Sky Chaser.
Hi, Chaser. So they changed the name again.
Or bought another ship. Who's to see?
Who is to say? All right,
Either way,
drinks.
let's show these two how it's done then. Right. And he grabs his Luigi special.
Yes.
And he holds it up.
Yeah.
If this drink, how does it start? Oh, I remember. If this drink were the ocean, and I were a duck,
That
I'd swim to the bottom and drink myself up.
close enough.
But my drink's not the ocean, and I'm not a duck. So let's drink these drinks and get fucked up. Downs the whole thing.
Cheers.
And I need a Constitution saving throw for both of you.
I figured. I don't think I'm gonna do something.
Silver is going to be sitting within 10 feet of Xeno. Because it's all saving throws that you get the aura of protection on, which means you get a +4 to the saving throw.
Yeah.
Because I'm sitting there.
It still isn't.
I love
good.
Paladins.
It still isn't good.
I'll just sit next to Vega and kind of tug on her sleeve. We're not entering and cheating
I didn't
this
roll
time,
well.
right?
It was only a 9,
No.
even with bonus.
Okay.
No.
Ooh.
Yeah.
20, not natural.
Silver, you're feeling alright.
So now I get the fucking 15. Fuck you, dice.
Solare, you feel like you got punched in the gut and
A
had your
total of
face
10.
thrust in a fire.
Yeah.
No.
Like you feel the color in your cheeks. The heady buzz.
I expected this.
How long do you think he's gonna start tasting colors?
I'll collect the data. Solare, how are you feeling?
Fantastic.
One more drink.
Captain Sartell leans over to Crux. In truth, you old dog, I brought these young people here because I thought I heard you'd put out a call. And you were looking for some like-minded sailors who had an axe to grind. And at that, Crux sits down the pint glass. What do you lot know of the Xaryxian Empire?
Do I remember one of Dad's drunken stories or Mom's?
D20 plus your intelligence bonus.
Cool.
Silver will look at the hippo man and just pretty much that they go around and they kill other planets to feed their dying star.
They plant seeds to feed.
To drain the life. Feed their
Sends
dying star.
sends it somehow back to where their star is.
17.
You remember your father talking about the Xaryxian Empire? And it's in this moment, in talking to Crux about your parents, that a specific verbiage that your dad used that you never really caught on to He always said that your mother was from there. Not that he was from there.
Oh, God. Ew. She's gonna sit there. I don't know much, but my mom is from there. And multiple people have been asking for her lately.
You say that you've seen them lay the seeds.
Yeah, how did we think we picked up these two?
They put their seed on your planet, then
Yep. About what? A week ago? Little more?
That's a good estimate.
A fleet of astral elf ships landed here on the rock. A few days before the attack on your world. The elves gave fair warning to various captains on the rock, urging us to steer clear of your world lest their ships be fired on.
Mm-hmm.
Lucky for you, Captain Sartell's daft enough to not have listened to him. The elves undoubtedly have left spies behind to make sure their warnings were heeded, however. So perhaps we best continue this chat aboard my ship.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thus and he pushes himself up. Luigi drinks for the road.
She's just holding out for the bottles.
And Captain Sartell foots the bill for you guys.
Aw.
Much appreciated, Captain.
Thanks, Captain.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
I do hope our paths cross again in the future.
Podget's gonna linger for a second.
He'll wait on Podget.
Thank you, Captain. For
Oh,
everything.
Podget Lone. I knew you'd be the hardest to say bye to.
It's been a long time.
It has been a long time. But I think, as much as I would like to monopolize your time telling you how much I care for you and I've enjoyed your company, she kind of gently turns you a little bit. You see Flapjack just kind of floating by the door. His normal pinks and blues have gone to like grays and purples. So I think you may be wanting to say goodbye to Flapjack.
Yes, Captain.
Now you mind, Commodore Cox, you hear?
Good man, a little bit of a drunkard. So, keep that in mind.
Yes, Cap.
And if you ever have to hide the liquor, I'm very sure that he has a hollowed out bedpost for his bed.
Make sure to add that.
Go on now, my boy.
Podget's gonna kind of squeeze Captain Zartel's hand and head over to Flapjack.
As you walk over to Flapjack, who's floating by the door.
Hi, little bottles.
Hello.
We had some pretty good times.
We did. It
You
was
remember that one time
memorable.
when we made the ship do loop-de-loops because the captain said we couldn't do it?
We did, though. The math checked out.
We lost like half the cargo, but we did it.
I did not calculate for that, but it happened. We made it happen. It was possible, and we proved it.
Or that time that we saved Bubble and Killick from the ship when they was getting blown up and stuff. And then Bubble was really bad then, but now he's a really nice guy.
They've come a long way from when we started.
And you taught Bubble how to read. It's just not gonna be the same without your little body.
I will miss you, Flapjack.
I miss you too, buddy. But I've been working on something for you.
Oh,
And he reaches up and plucks the hat off of his head and sits it on your head.
Podget will adjust.
I put that little drawstring at the inside so you can adjust it, just in case your head gets bigger because you're a growing boy.
I don't think I grow, but this is good.
I think you can grow if you want to. You could just start like putting attachments on your head and stuff.
I had not thought of this.
But there's something inside that hat. But you can't take the hat off until you know you need it.
How will I know I need to take off my hat? How?
When you're lost and you don't think you can find where you need to go no more, and when it looks like there's no way to get off your ship and you're just gonna be floating there till the air goes stale, you reach in that hat and you're gonna find something for you.
Thank
But
you.
you gotta promise you won't take the hat off till you need it.
I promise.
Promise.
And Flapjack is gonna, and Podget's gonna walk up to Flapjack and kind of.
He wraps his little tentacles around you.
Safe travels, little bottle.
Be safe. Keep Captain out of trouble. It is a difficult job.
Yeah, it's gonna be real hard. She's already telling me that we're basically just driving tourists around, and I think she's just gonna fucking kill them.
No body, no crime.
No face, no case. That's right, buddy.
I'll see you soon.
Yeah. I'll always be around here, and whenever you come back to the rock, you find old Flapjack, and maybe we can steal a ship and fly it around and do some crazy stunts and shit.
We could get one of these smaller ones and we can see if we can actually loop it around the rock.
Or we could
I would
get
like
the biggest one and loop it around the rock.
The math does not seem stable, but we should try.
Never tell me the odds.
That was my job.
Yeah, but you're the only one who can tell me the odds.
I won't tell anyone. I have to go now.
Okay.
Bye, Flapjack.
Bye, buddies.
Podrital. Head off.
You said your
Small.
goodbyes.
Yeah. What was that?
You said your goodbyes. I'll do it when we go get our stuff off the ship.
Okay. Do you like my hat?
Yeah,
We should go.
yeah, we should go. She'll hold her
Nice.
little
Go
hand
find
out for Podrick.
Crux is definitely like stumbling through the street the whole way.
Silver will help him if it looks like he's gonna fall. She's big and strong.
There are a few times that you have to steady him, and
Right, I thank you for that.
Not a problem.
Not. No, that's a lie.
and he does a little hippo ear flick.
I think you lot will like my ship, but there's one tiny detail. She's currently on lease to a captain, and I mean to terminate the lease short to get the ship back.
Okay.
Stealing a ship?
Well, I can't steal what's mine.
Oh.
Who are
I
we
own
taking it
it.
from?
Are you gonna be upset with me?
I don't know. Depends on who it is.
Sounds like you're gonna.
Ardra fell.
Do I know who this is?
know that name?
Give me a history check. Yeah,
Yeah.
both the two of you, give me a history check.
19 on the die.
While
Hell
they're
yeah.
recollecting that, Solari is going to step very discreetly off to the side and then come back.
Ah, yes. I see. You have made it to stage 2 of the Luigi special.
I discreetly step to the side.
I'm pretty sure we heard you puking in the alley, though.
Just awful noises from the alley. Where'd Solari go? 12. 12 is the roll of the night.
Podget, the name doesn't ring a bell to you.
Ding, ding, ding.
However, Vega,
Oh, shit.
Vega sees all.
Ardra fell. She's a smuggler.
Oh.
She is known for having very little scruples when it comes to what she is smuggling.
Okay.
You know that she is a tiefling. You know that she is a practiced and accomplished spelljammer.
Oh. Really? That's who we need to take the ship from? Really?
Well, it's not taken per se, but
Reclaiming.
I will be terminating the lease prematurely.
Why?
Because we need to get off this rock.
So you're kicking off one of the most accomplished spelljammers off your ship.
Because I don't trust Ardrafel to be on a ship that I'm on.
Why? Because of her history?
I don't traffic with those who trade in flesh.
So we gotta get her off the ship.
Where's the ship at right now?
The second wind is at the pier.
Alright.
Right. There are many guards.
Yeah. Are there any guards? How are there?
Well, she leased my crew as well, so my crew will still be on the boat.
Yes. But you are the holder of the lease, right?
Correct.
That means you have every right to go onto your ship.
It's convincing Ardrafel to leave.
What
And
if
finding another spelljammer on such short notice.
so we need a spelljammer and to remove Adrafel.
Podget?
If we just remove her.
Podget?
Yes,
Weren't you training to be a spelljammer?
I was. Am?
How did that go?
I just need to be able to do it.
So we have a spelljammer.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Commodore Crux, is there anything you can think of this Adrafel that would entice them or otherwise make it convincing for them to get off the ship?
Coin.
How much?
The amount of time paid for the rest of the lease amounts to about 400 gold pieces.
So we are going to pay her instead of throwing her off the ship.
That's the easiest way. I don't want to get burnt to a crisp.
That's fair.
Since someone is not supposed to be on the ship, we throw
What do
them
we-
overboard.
What do we got for coin in total then? What do we got for resources? Do we have this?
I have almost the entire total.
I have 578 gold pieces. I can just pay her.
I have 100.
I've only got less than 100.
I have 371.
And it's around this time that as you walk along the docks, stately galleons, sleek cutters that resemble flying fish, and warships built to look like hammerhead sharks line the dock of Brahl. Crooks waves his arm towards a craft that seems modest by comparison. The ship's sails are patchworks of mended canvas, while its hull seems barely held together by thick vines that bind it like rope. The strangest feature, however, is the full-grown tree which sprouts from the aft deck. And Crux stops and puts his fists on his hip. The second wind. Isn't she something?
She's pretty.
I believe that is a correct description.
Silver is in awe of
Don't
this
tell
ship.
Sartell. Don't tell Sartell this one's prettier.
Oh boy.
Yes, Podget.
I was told to mind my manners.
You don't have to find your manners around me.
As you see a tiefling woman walking down the gangplank. Hood up, but the hood has holes for her two horns, one of them broken off a little less than a foot up its length, the other one stretching up and off past her head about a foot. Deep red skin, her tail swings at the bottom of her cloak, leather armor over a white collared shirt. Who, Vega, you know to be Ardrafel. I hope you're not coming back to take your ship from me. I thought I paid you enough to keep you drunk in that tavern for quite some time, Crux. Crux says, I have been, but now it's time for me to do something. And I am more than willing and prepared to pay you for the time lost. Your time is roughly 375 gold pieces worth of hours. I'm willing to offer you 400 for the inconvenience. She looks him over. So an extra 3,000 on top and we can talk.
How about no? You take the 400 and shut your mouth and leave the ship.
I believe what my associate means is the lease can be terminated at any point.
This is true, but there comes the matter of the job that I have been conscripted to do, and if I have to turn that down, I must return the half of the payment for the job.
Oh. And what
Which-
job is that?
That is none of your business.
Could you not take that half payment and find another ship to lease?
I could not. There was no time. The deadline for the delivery is too close.
I believe that is poor time management. It was not part of the lease agreement.
That is called having a time expectation from your employer. Although, why am I arguing with the construct?
Because I'm right.
Oh no! Vega is stepping toe to toe with Artifel at this point. How tall is she?
About your height.
Shit!
She's
I can't.
smaller. Yeah,
Oh,
she's
so I can't
smaller.
look. I can still look down at her.
So you step up, she leans in. I had heard you had a pretty smell about you, very bright sales, but I was never quite sure. I never quite got close enough. I wonder if your blood looks as pretty on the docks as you smell. Mind your space.
May I try something while they're busy?
Sure.
Okay.
We are causing a distraction.
As
This is the plan.
Yeah, totally. Nothing about you insulted Podget. Absolutely not.
Podget doesn't get
On-
insulted. Podget knows they're right.
I'm going to off to the side while Adrafel is engaged with Vega. I'm going to take that opportunity to kind of partially hidden. I'm going to have a little bit of a honeycomb, drop of oil, a little piece of a snake tongue.
Are you about to...
Crush it together.
charming?
I'm going to crush it together. I'm whispering a few words over it as I'm smashing it around in my hand. And I'm going to suggest to Adrafel
Yes!
the 400 and call it good.
That is a
wisdom saving throw of 16.
Okay. Phrase to me. Tell me exactly what.
The course of activity that I want her to do, and for the suggestion.
Tell me exactly what Solare is saying.
Yes. To take the 400 gold that Commodore Crux offered, and to accept that as the termination of the lease, and to leave.
See, she turns and looks at you. Looks back to Crux. 400 sounds fair.
Vega's gonna release the hilt of her rapier in this moment. Like, she's confused. Like, what the fuck just happened?
And Crux looks over to you, Solare.
He's concentrating on this. This is a concentration for him. It's up to 8 hours.
And then reaches into his coat and pulls out a bag of coins. Tosses it to her. She opens it, looks at it. Puts it in her bag. And walks around you and walks away.
What the fuck just happened?
Zeno is going to take his hand and just wipe the components off on a post nearby. Clean his hand off and go, well, I guess she saw reason.
Yes.
You
Good for
sure?
us.
You sure? Because she was about to try to spill my blood all across this dock just a second ago.
You know, sometimes it's just the way you phrase things.
I believe it is time for us to board the ship and go.
Yeah, let's just... Wait, we still have to get our shit off the other ship. But we're going to have
We'll
the
have some
conversation.
time.
Yep.
We got time.
Vega's just, like, frazzled at this point.
as you're talking about getting your shit off the other ship, in a sextuple somersault off of the rigging, lands an older Hadozi, his black fur gone gray at the ends, as he runs over to Crux and plants a kiss on his lips.
Oh,
Nice.
Says, "Well, I've missed you very much, darling, and you've been gone for far too long.
Aw.
I despise it when we're leased to someone else. They're always horrible."
Cook says, well, you didn't have to go away. Offered to have you stay.
So, well, I couldn't just leave Star Bow to look after herself now, could I?
Crux nods. I suppose not. Right. You young people whom the name of none of you do I know other than Podget alone and Bright Sails here. This is my first mate and husband, Felix Finch.
Hello, Felix.
Pleasure, Felix. Solari.
a man by the sticky post is Solare, and that's Silver.
Hello.
Felix comes around and he shakes each of your hand with both of his hands. It's lovely to meet you. It's lovely to meet you. It's lovely to meet you. And it's lovely to meet you. Well, you didn't tell me we were having guests, Crux.
Wasn't my intention at first, but I found good people who wanted to get on the ship.
Felix, did I hear that you need to retrieve things from your vessel?
Yes, we gotta get our stuff off the Moon Dancer here in a couple days.
Felix looks to Crux. Are we staying a couple of days, Crux? And the Commodore looks up.
I had meant to set sail in a few hours, but I can have my crew gather your things to expedite the process.
That's fine. Project, is that Brestiel? Is that fine if they get our stuff off the ship?
Silver actually has all her stuff with her. Like a
Nice.
pack of shit.
I don't
I
really
believe we
didn't
just
really
need-
have all that much to begin with yet.
Your belongings, Aga.
My
I
fishing
have everything
stuff.
in here, and Podrick kind of knocks against their chest.
Oh, you brought the fishing stuff! Okay, that was like the main thing I needed to get. Okay. Now we're good. Nah, Captain Sartell can deal with all the alcohol bottles in my old room.
Aw. Is that when you were taking your sad bath?
Absolutely. She was drunk before we made it to the bar, y'all.
Oh, jeez. Oh no. Fake a sad sails.
As you guys begin to make your way up onto the ship, you do notice that Felix is kind of looking you all over a little intently. And Crux looks over.
Well, go on, get it out of your system.
And Felix crouches down to you, Podget.
Yes.
Ordinarily, I would think a hat that big wouldn't suit you. But I think it does. And I think we could make it better if you would allow me to tailor a jacket for you.
I would enjoy a jacket. My shirt is not in the best shape.
No, it's got... Are those fang holes?
This is a fang hole. This is where I was stabbed. And the burn marks are, well, me.
I'll fashion you a jacket. And he comes over to you, Solari. You stand with such an unassuming posture that colors all wrong for the effect that you're trying to get. Perhaps if we dressed you in more of a subdued cobalt to lavender.
They're gonna look
Maybe
down.
where you,
Okay.
maybe where you're from, those colors work. But out here, you stick out like a sore thumb.
Fair. And here I was thinking all was navy blues and grays would just, well, shows you how much.
Well, the sky's not that color out here, is it?
No, it ain't. Sounds good to me.
And he walks over to you, Vega. Yeah, I was going to say that I should make you a nice dress, but I think you might slit my throat if I said that.
I wouldn't slit your throat. It's more like I haven't worn a dress since I was a child, and they make me very uncomfortable.
And, you know, swinging on ropes across decks makes dress wear a bit
Difficult?
revealing.
Especially in the crow's nest.
Well, that's where all those songs come from.
So, perhaps...
Forgot I'm not.
All
Red,
the looks.
red leather breeches, a flowing shirt of ivory with gold accoutrement, a sash of green, perhaps. It would flatter your eye. Yes. Yes, I like. And he turns to you, Silver. I'm a practiced hand as a tailor.
Sounds like it.
I'm not sure that I'm skilled enough to make something for you.
That's fair.
And he walks over and he puts a hand kind of underneath your jaw and lifts your jaw a little bit. Your features are regal, your form is immaculate. Nothing that I could make for you would be anything more than detracting. You were born to be bathed in starlight.
It's a good thing we're here then, huh?
Yes. It's a good thing we're here. Oh, I'll at least make you a hat. I'm not that vain. Oh. And he walks up. Crux aside and
Forgive my husband for his exuberance when it comes to tailoring.
We are now part of your crew. for the time being. So,
Well then, as Felix is my first mate, it's time for you lot to meet the cabin master, the quartermaster.
He walks you up onto the aft deck and sits down on the roots of the tree that grow into the deck of the ship. As 2 eyes and a mouth open in the bow of the tree. Well, hello.
Hey, Sundry.
hello.
Hello.
And you see that what looked like 2 twisted branches unwind from one another into long arms. And a cute little button nose pops. Boop.
Crook says, "This is Starbow. She holds our ship together, figuratively and literally."
Pleasure to meet you.
Yes.
Right. Well, if we've got everything you need, I guess it's time we finish that conversation and I tell you the plan.
It's best to know the plan before enacting it. Yes.
We're to travel to another wild space system called Doom Space. The enemies of the Xaryxian Empire are assembling a coalition. If your world is anything like mine, then perhaps we can get perhaps there's maybe some way, if we all band together, that we can save your planet before what happens to mine happens to yours.
Alrighty.
I don't know much about Doom Space, though. So we have a destination to stop at on the way there.
Alright.
I've got a friend, a wizard. She specializes in astral navigation.
Ooh.
Budget. Yep.
Perhaps she'll have a map that can get us where we need to go. Topola, she's a dear friend of mine. And if she can get us a map to Doom Space, that would be our best option.
Sounds like a good start to the plan.
It does.
Get a map. That of course.
Crook stands up.
Things are bound to turn out different this time. Alright, you dogs, man your places tight in the rigging, full sails, and get us off this feckin' rock.
You see sailors rushing from sides of the ship opening these patchwork sails, as even Starbow herself reaches up and pulls 3 or 4 ropes of the rigging in each hand, getting everything where it needs to be quickly.
All right.
And as the second wind lifts off, that is where we will end tonight's session.
Wonderful.
Thank you guys for joining us.
Yep.
This was a really good one. I'm glad that everyone who watched was here. And I hope you have a good whatever time it is, wherever you are. Morning, noon, or night.
Yep.
Once again, welcome to the collective.
Welcome to the collective. We did it.
Yep.
We did it.
And dance.
Enjoy this, watching this on this Twitch channel, of
Whatever
course.
day, time.
Whatever
it's an
day,
illusion made up by
whatever
the government
time.
Anyway.
Also, please check the links in our Twitch profile for our YouTube channel, where you can find all sorts of cool other stuff as well. So,
All of the cool other stuff.
We do
Good
things.
night. Good morning.
night, good
Or
morning,
afternoon.
or good
whatever.
afternoon. And
Time's an illusion that
You know
helps
what?
things make sense.
Happy time zone.
We're
Happy time
all
zone.
living in
happy
the
time zone
present
works.
and
I like that. And we are